Thank you for joining us today. Just to let everyone know, this meeting is being recorded. All right, so we'll go ahead and start off. So thank you for joining us for today's session. So today we are talking about itinerary apps for DMOs and tourism professionals. We are going to be looking at tools to tell your destination story and to really level up your marketing. So in this webinar, we are going to explore how digital itinerary platforms are really reshaping the way that destinations communicate experiences to their visitors. So whether your goal here is to inspire, inform, or just streamline your trip planning, itinerary apps can give you a very powerful way to package your story in a format that travelers already use and they already trust. So to kick things off, let's start with a quick look at why itinerary apps have become such an essential part of modern destination marketing. All right, so traveler behavior has really shifted dramatically, and visitors are now relying very heavily on mobile itinerary tools and digital planning resources to really shape their trips. And so for DMOs, this means having platforms that not only maintain consistent branding, but also make your itineraries very easy to share. And so as we work across a really diverse mix across the state of rural, urban, and regional destinations, the need for these flexible tools that can adapt to different storytelling, different styles, and different capacity levels, it becomes even more important. And so in today's session, we are going to be looking at Wonder, Travefy, and Stellar, and we're going to look at them through the lens of what DMOs actually need. So we're looking at tools to help you connect with your visitors, to just really communicate your experiences clearly, and then support your partners across the destination. So with that foundation in place, let's walk through exactly what we have evaluated as we've compared these three platforms. So as we went through Wonder, Travefy, and Stellar and began comparing them, we focused a lot on the criteria that mattered most to the DMOs of all sizes. So first, we looked at how much branding control does each platform have, and how well do the visual designs align with the destination's identity. The ease of use was also essential, so especially for smaller teams that might not have the capacity for complex tools. We also evaluated the quality of visitor engagement features. So from interactive maps to gamification to video storytelling. Cost and scalability were also key considerations here, since needs can really vary widely, depending on if it's a rural community, a mid-sized town, or a larger regional organization. And then finally, we assessed how each tool integrates with DMO websites, QR codes, and mapping systems to really ensure a seamless visitor experience. So together, these factors all give us a clear, practical lens for understanding how each of these platforms performs in real-world DMO settings. So now that I've outlined our evaluation criteria, let's just take a brief look at the platform overview. So here on this side, you'll see a brief platform overview. So you can feel free to screenshot this, or we will also send this to you after the webinar as well, for your notes. But this infographic just gives a quick snapshot of the three platforms that we evaluated. Each is designed to support different types of destinations and DMO needs. So Wonder is NC-based, it's gamified tourism, and it's built around regional storytelling and check-in engagement as well. Travefy offers a budget-friendly, highly customizable white label trip builder. It works really well for smaller teams, or for DMOs that are really needing that clean, just branded itinerary look as well. And then Stellar focuses on video first storytelling. So this is pairing really rich visual content with an active influencer network, to drive high engagement. So each of these platforms really excel in different contexts. And so as we go through this, understanding those differences is what can help guide you toward the right fit for your destination. So let's start by taking a closer look at Wonder. This is especially since many North Carolina counties are already using Wonder. So this is a great option. So Wonder is a North Carolina built itinerary and gamification platform, and it's designed specifically with our state's tourism landscape in mind. It was created to support counties, small towns, and regional tourism groups that just want an easy way to share their branded itineraries, local experiences, and encourage movement-based engagement as well. Wonder blends itineraries with check-in challenges, incentives to help our visitors explore a destination that's more deep and interactive. The platform's already active in 15 North Carolina counties, and it's backed by strong support from Visit NC, which means there's a growing regional network that benefits everyone who participates. It's built for communities that need a simple, visually appealing tool that really highlights their identity and encourages travelers as well to discover more than just the major highlights. So now that we've covered what Wonder is, let's take a look a little bit more closely at the features that make it work so well for different types of destinations. So when we look at Wonder's core functionality, the strength of the platform really comes from how well it blends customization with the ease of use. And so each county or each city gets its own fully branded itinerary environment. So this allows your destination to show up with a consistent look and a consistent feel. And one of Wonder's signature features is its gamified check-in system. So visitors can earn badges, they can join contests, they can even compete for prizes, which encourages a lot of movement and deeper exploration as well. The platform integrates seamlessly with Google Maps. So this is great. It also allows you to add custom points of interest that aren't captured anywhere else, such as playgrounds, trailheads, just local hidden gems. You can add all of these in if they're not already integrated with Google. And then Wonder also includes a very unique emergency location pinning function. This has been especially useful, they say, for public safety teams in small rural communities as well. And then sharing itineraries is simple through website embeds, QR codes, signage, or brochures. And from a management standpoint, the content is very organized. It's organized through a spreadsheet-based system. And the Wonder team assists with initial setup so that the communication doesn't have to be dedicated to a technical staff member to keep things updated. Now, Wonder does have a lot of strengths. So DMOs often choose Wonder because it's built specifically for North Carolina tourism. It works especially well for rural areas and multi-county partnerships. The gamification features encourage your visitors to really move around your destination and come back as well for repeat experiences. Wonder is also very highly customizable, so it allows you to really showcase the own look and feel of your community. You can really customize this to your own branding. The responsive support team is a major advantage here as well. And the platform lets you add, as we talked about, POIs that don't appear in Google's database. So it really helps you to highlight assets that might otherwise be overlooked. Now, of course, like any other platform, Wonder does come with a few challenges to consider. So let's take a look at those next. So while Wonder has many strengths, there's a few things we want to think about before signing on to Wonder. So the onboarding process is helpful, but it is currently informal. It can feel a little bit inconsistent across communities. Strong adoption also depends on active promotion from the DMO, since the platform is not widely known outside of North Carolina yet. Now, because the development team is intentionally small and hands-on, long-term scalability might be limited as more counties continue to join. And then finally, some communities have been a little bit hesitant due to shifting processes and evolving features, which can make it a little bit difficult to understand expectations upfront. Now, of course, when it comes to pricing, Wonder uses a straightforward one-time fee model. So it can range from 5,000 to 24,000, depending on county size and number of points of interest included. For smaller communities, there are many flexible payment options available. For example, some pay quarterly to really spread out the cost. And then larger regions can also benefit here from a collective investment. So Wake County actually just contributed 25,000 to support all 12 of its municipalities within the shared platform. And so this model works especially well for DMOs that have access as well to upfront grant funding or just want to avoid ongoing subscription fees because it is a one-time buy-in. Now let's look at the best fit DMOs for the Wonder app. So Wonder tends to be the best fit for rural counties that are looking to expand their visibility and really highlight assets that might not appear on traditional maps as well. It also works fantastic for multi-town partnerships or trail-based collaborations when there's a shared platform that supports regional storytelling. Communities that want to incorporate gamification or check-in experiences will also highly benefit from Wonder's built-in engagement tools. And then because the Wonder team handles so much of the setup, it is a strong option for DMOs with limited staffing who need vendor assistance to really keep itineraries updated and running smoothly. So now that we have looked through Wonder, let's take a look at Travefy. So this is the second app we look at, and Travefy is a fantastic option as well if you are interested in itinerary apps. So Travefy is a clean, user-friendly itinerary creation platform. It's built originally for travel agents and group planners, which means it is designed to organize complex trips into a very clear, structured way. And so for DMOs, one of its biggest advantages as well is that it has a completely white labeled app called Trip Plans. So Trip Plans is what your visitors see, and it delivers a very seamless mobile experience without any Travefy branding. So nothing is branded as Travefy. It is only branded as your community. And so this makes it really easy for visitors to feel like they're interacting directly with your destination. Travefy is especially valuable for teams with limited time who also need strong digital tools. So there's a very large template bank. You can duplicate itineraries. There's very simple editing features that make it quick to build and update itineraries without a really heavy lift here. Now let's take a closer look at the key features that make Travefy stand out for DMOs. So Travefy makes itinerary building really simple. It allows DMOs or travel professionals to create and upload trips with custom stops and Google-powered routing. It offers full brand control through the domain masking. It also has a marketplace of customizable forms for groups, for special events. It's sort of like its own Canva almost. There are just hundreds and thousands of documents that you can edit and use. Teams can save time using these reusable templates. There's location libraries, and itineraries can be embedded directly onto your website. Now, Travefy also provides strong support through live chat. They have Zoom trainings and a very extensive U2 library, making it really easy for even small teams to get up to speed. Now, these are some of the strengths of Travefy, why DMOs choose Travefy. So DMOs often choose Travefy because it delivers that white label experience. Travelers will never see Travefy's branding on anything, only yours. It's incredibly easy for beginners to work with. It's very fast and efficient for more advanced users as well who build itineraries regularly. And then one of its biggest advantages is how quickly itineraries can be duplicated and adapted for seasonal and recurring needs. Because the tool is very lightweight and intuitive, it can really be rolled out as well without any technical assistance. Now, just like Wonder, Travefy does have a few challenges that you'll want to consider before signing on. So even though there are many strengths, we want to look at a few things. There's one limitation here is the lack of the one-click social media export. So this can be challenging if you are really utilizing social media a lot. This means that sharing your itineraries online through social media requires manual linking. So there's not just a click and share it to your Instagram or Facebook account. You will actually have to copy and paste your link over to social media. So that is a little bit of a challenge. Um, and then it also can slow down. So this could slow down your promotional workflow a little bit. Collaboration can also be tricky here because they run on a seat system. So we'll talk about that when we get to pricing next. But pricing model is based on how many seats you purchase, but only one seat can be logged into the account at one time. So this can be a little bit difficult if you have multiple people that need to work on the itineraries at once. Now, Travefy uses a very simple seat-based subscription model. The pricing here is inexpensive compared to the other apps. It does range from $27 to $49 per month, depending on your team size, whether you choose monthly or annual billing as well. They do have a free trial available, though, if you want to try it out first. Um, Overall, Travefy is one of the most affordable itinerary tools on the market, especially for small or mid-sized teams. It's a predictable monthly cost, so it makes budgeting very straightforward. If that's something that you tend to do, is plan your digital expenses on an annual cycle, this could be a really good option. Now, Travefy is often best fit for small or mid-sized DMOs that have limited staff capacity but still want to produce that very clean or branded itineraries on a regular basis. So it works especially well for destinations that support partners, groups, and event organizers who need organized trip plans that they can also share with visitors. And then because Travefy streamlines duplication and template reuse, it's a very strong choice as well for offices that manage recurring tours or seasonal itineraries too. Now, let's take a look at our third app. So this is the last one we're going over today, but this is a great one. It is called Stellar. If you haven't heard of Stellar, it is a video-first travel storytelling platform. It's designed to give destinations a very highly immersive, cinematic way to present itineraries. So unlike traditional itinerary builders, Stellar focuses on visual storytelling using short form video, very dynamic layouts, and interactive maps to really pull travelers into the whole experience. The platform includes creator tools, an influencer marketplace, and a built-in automation feature that can trigger follow-up messages and recommendations based on a visitor's behavior. Stellar has already been used by Visit South Carolina for large-scale statewide campaigns. This is really just making it a compelling option for destinations looking to reach younger audiences and elevate your marketing through high impact visuals. So let's take a closer look at some specific features that really make Stellar stand out. So Stellar's strength is its immersive video first approach to itineraries. So each stop can be showcased through short form video, just beautifully designed layouts supported by geotagged POIs that help visitors explore through an interactive map. The platform includes tools like book stay integrations, behavior-based automation that sends follow-up messages, and then access to the marketplace for influencer partnerships as well. Stellar itineraries can be embedded directly on your website through the Stellar Player. The platform also provides very strong analytics, including views, click-through rates, and scroll depth, so DMOs can very easily see what's resonating and what's not. Now let's look at a few of Stellar's strengths. Why would DMOs choose Stellar? Well, one of Stellar's biggest advantages here is its exceptionally high engagement. Travelers spend over 45% more time interacting with Stellar content compared to traditional itinerary formats. It's modern, it's very visual style, and it mirrors what people are already consuming on Instagram and TikTok, which makes the experience just feel familiar and very compelling as well. Stellar's strong analytics give DMOs very clear insight into what's performing well, and also helps justify ROI. The built-in influencer ecosystem makes it easier to connect with creators than it may be to try to connect on your own, and also to source high-quality visuals. So for destinations with strong photography or video assets, Stellar can really elevate those visuals into a powerful, immersive storytelling. Now, like the others, Stellar does come with some limitations. So the platform is always Stellar branded. Unlike Travefy, unlike Wonder, it's always Stellar branded. So you cannot fully white label the experience here. It also requires strong photography or strong video assets to really shine. So if that's something you already have, this could be a great option. If that's not something that is available at the moment, this may not be the best option to start with, but could be considered in the future. Now, POIs must also be manually geotagged, and your costs can rise quickly here if you rely solely on their influencer network. Overall, Stellar is less suited for destinations that don't have strong visual assets or have the resources to create them. Stellar's pricing is structured in tiers, and it's based on the level of content support and campaign needs. So the base package starts at about $1,000 per month. The mid-tier level is about $2,500 per month, and that adds some creator support. And then their full service option, and this is for absolutely everything, nonstop influencers, nonstop videos, can go up to $100,000 a year. The pricing for Stellar is very, very highly customizable, and the cost depends heavily on how much creator support or how much influencer support that a destination needs. So Stellar's best fit DMOs are typically those looking to target younger audiences such as millennials or Gen Z that are highly interested in using only visuals, such as they would on Instagram or TikTok. This is a great way to target that group. It's an excellent choice for high visual regions such as coastal areas, mountain destinations, outdoor recreation hubs, where strong photography or video can truly shine. And then DMOs that are ready to collaborate with influencers or leverage content creators tend to see the most value here. For regions prioritizing video-driven marketing, Stellar can really become a very powerful storytelling engine. So now that we have looked at the three apps, Wonder, Travefy, and Stellar, let's take a quick look at just a basic framework of how to choose the best itinerary app. So it really comes down to understanding what your destination needs the most. So you can start with your primary objectives, whether you're focused on inspiration, detailed trip planning, video movement. Then we'll take an honest look at our content assets, the kind of photos that we have, videos, or POIs that we already have available. Your team capacity also matters. Some of these platforms require more hands-on management, while others handle more of the work for you. And then we also want to think about audience behavior as well. So, are you trying to reach families, road trippers, young travelers who expect a more visual experience? Of course, budget realities also play a role here, since pricing models vary widely throughout these apps. And then finally, just considering your workflow, your day-to-day workflow, how easily a new tool can fit into your team and what they're already doing. And so all of these factors together can help point you toward the platform that best aligns with your goals and your capacity. Now let's take a quick look at some emerging trends of what travelers expect in 2025 or going into 2026 as well. So traveler expectations are changing quickly. Most trip planning happens now on mobile devices, and visitors want fast, ready-to-use itineraries with minimal effort. Short form video plays a huge role in influencing decisions. And people are increasingly expecting geo-based experiences as well, such as maps or check-ins. They also want personalized recommendations to match their interests and itineraries that can easily be saved, bookmarked, or shared with friends as well. So with these expectations in mind, let's take a look at how DMOs can maximize their success no matter which platform is chosen. So one of the best ways to get strong results from any of these itinerary platforms is to start with themed itineraries. So things such as outdoors, food and drink, arts, family experiences, or weekend trips. Creating a simple content calendar helps you to keep your itineraries updated seasonally, and then align them with your campaigns as well. It's also important to involve your local partners, so from restaurants to breweries, parks, and museums, so your content feels very complete and community driven as well. Once your itineraries are built, you can reuse them everywhere. So, social media, newsletters, blog posts, printed visitors guides. And then adding in QR codes at visitor centers, trailheads, kiosks, and businesses make discovery of your area even easier. And then finally, relying on your analytics. So looking at your views, saves, your map interactions, and drop-off points to really understand what's resonating and where you can refine your approach as well. So as we step back and look at the full picture here, I have a few key takeaways. Um, so that is that the digital itinerary tools are very helpful and they're really essential for meeting modern traveler expectations. Each platform that we reviewed today supports DMOs in a different way. And so, depending on your goals, your assets, and your team capacity, each one of them can provide different aspects of support here. Wonder really shines for rural and regional destinations that want gamification and exploration. And as we talked about, it's already growing so much in North Carolina. So this is a great option. Travify just works beautifully for teams that need simple, branded itineraries that they can update quickly. It's also very easy to use. And then Stellar offers a very powerful visual first approach for destinations that are really ready to leverage strong content and influencer reach. Ultimately, success comes from having clear goals, good content, and a consistent process for keeping your itineraries fresh and visible. We can also keep in mind here that if you would like to learn more in-depth details of any of these platforms that we talked about or see how they actually work in action, you can visit their websites and request a free 30-minute demo where the support teams will walk you through the entire process while also showing you the back end of each app and answer follow-up questions here as well. So thank you so much for joining us today. I really hope that this webinar has provided you with some new information and some insight into itinerary app platforms. So if anyone has any thoughts or questions, please feel free to let me know now. And then we also have an evaluation. If you could take time to scan the QR code, we would really appreciate that. Thank you so much.